guys here, and we're gonna be playing some, well, Hearts of Iron 4. And I'm sorry that the episodes or the videos have been coming out on June 6th all the way up to now. Uh, I've been having some issues with the game, just simply just not like crazy issues, just me, just the story and I are having a bit of a beef. Just it's not working on House of Iron, but now it's working. I've got it to work. The reasons why it wasn't working was I didn't make a file for it, so all my recordings weren't actually saving to a file or to a folder. But now I've done that, so now I can actually see what folder I'm using. So yeah, let's go ahead and play the game. Let me just quickly set the timer, 100% the timer. Um, the nation, what I'm going to be playing is, well, you probably would see the trailer. It's going to be the Soviet Union. One of the reasons why I want to play the Soviet Union is to have something that is big and that is not hard but not easy either. It's a bit of between. Now, some people do say that the Soviet Union is hard. Sorry, is easy or it's nerfed. I do think it's not. I think it's balanced. Because you do have the Great Purge, that you can really devastate your country. You can literally do more damage than good in the early stages of the game. Because with Great Purge, you're killing off people that you might need later on. Say like Trotsky's purges and Stalin's purges. You can do a lot of damage. Trotsky's purges killed a lot of people, same as Stalin's purges did as well. They both started killing off people, and it was really annoying during that time. So let's start off with the Soviet Union. I might be doing a Germany playthrough a bit later on, but yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to have full communism, no democracy whatsoever, none of this democracy shit. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to play on historical AI focus on because it gets a little bit boring and no, actually no, yes I will. Iron Man mode, I'm going to turn that off because I can't save it all the time. I can't save it in certain periods. It automatically saves stuff like that. It is basically if you want to play, it's basically Iron Man. It's basically like there's no cheats and there's nothing like that. But saying this, you can't automatically save whenever you want. It automatically saves for you in your one file. So it's one, it's easier, but two, if you want to go back, you cannot. It makes you keep on playing on your where you're at. That is fun to me. That's fun, but I only do that if I'm not recording wise. Okay, so what we have is we got two theaters of war pretty much, the west, the Western theater and also the Far East. Now the Far East is going to be quite interesting to be and fight against because the Japanese, they're not prepared for a war against the Russians or against the China. Well, they're not prepared for a war against the Russians, but they're prepared to go to war with the Chinese. Now, it's a complete opposite with me. We're not being ready for a war against Germany, Poland, anyone else that's in Europe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus in Asia, take out Japan, and march in through make an alliance between China and also these Chinese states might join up with the Chinese. There is an event that can happen for the China. China can have all its little nations rise up and help them. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much focus a lot on anti-fascist stuff like that. So the Far East, Operation Zit, annex Tarazina, and war with Japan, of course. Claims on Poland, claims on the Baltic security, demand Eastern Poland, offer Poland's protection. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to offer Poland's protection. Pretty much stop Germany from for eating up Mrs. Poland. So you Mr. Poland. I don't want to say Mrs. Poland because it's not a female. But you Mr. Poland. But we're going to be doing stuff like this. We're going to pretty much help with our infrastructure, stuff like that, because our infrastructure currently is a bit poor. It's not good. It's not the best in the world. I forgot how you look at the infrastructure in this game. That's armies. I actually forgot how you actually check your infrastructure. There we go. Actually, it's decent. Oh wait, no, that's supplies. Never mind. I was wondering, where is the gas cans all over the place? But no, it's just the supply. Hang on, I can check for here. Infrastructure is actually 5 and 4, so it's decent for Russia, and it's 7 in Moscow, or in the Moscow area. So it's okay. It's not the best. It's not like Siberia or something. Siberia has got 1, so that's kind of poor. But most of the fighting will happen mainly in the eastern front. We're going to make some. We're going to use up these military. We got a few military factories we can use up, and we've got 1 naval port to use up. Okay. So we are using T-26s. What we're going to do later on is we're going to convert all of our T-26s and stuff into tank destroyers later on when we get BT-7, stuff like that. Let me show you our tanks and stuff like that. Oops, that's not tanks, that's this. So we get a couple of okay tanks at the very beginning. We're going to be focusing on heavy tanks, medium tanks, mainly light tanks. That'd be fine. We do get super heavy tanks, but this isn't super heavy. It's just a regular heavy tank, but beefed up with plank nose, same as the IS-3. So yeah, we're going to be working on that. We also need a better air force, like a bigger and better air force. So we're going to be mainly focusing on this a bit more on. I might go statistical warfare against the Russians. I'm sorry, against the Japanese. Basically, flying PE-8s from the Far East capital, like from the Far East bases, say from here, fly them into like the homeland islands, so bombing the Japanese. Start doing statistical warfare against them and start really mopping up them, getting rid of this little blob of territory there. So what we're going to do now is quickly make theaters. So let's make a theater. We're going to have the Theater 1. The Eastern Theater of War. We're going to grab a Field Marshal that's good at attacking, like offensive. We're going to put you on the Polish Theater of War, all the way down to Poland. We're going to make another army. Let's quickly grab this. We name this army. Army Group 1. So army, the Polish front. The Polish region or sector. The Polish sector army. There we go. We're gonna have the Finnish sector army. Finland is gonna be another annoyance because Finland and also Japan will be quite annoying. I'm gonna grab you because you're not very. Wait, no. I'm gonna use up our generals. Like this guy is gonna be decent, especially later in the war, especially when I have more tanks. Have better tanks. So let's do this. Go click on that. Clicking will make a theater on that border. You can right click and you can actually make your own theaters up, stuff like that. Let's get these guys in order by clicking on this, making this against if the Germans do take Poland, I do want to help them out. as much as I can. So yeah, I suppose let's grab some. Let's use up these slots. The Lenin and Minsk class destroyer. I almost said light cruiser, but it's a destroyer. So we're going to focus much on our PU8s, our P8s, and we're going to focus more on our rifles. We need to give all our men rifles, since the thing called World War One, we kind of ran short on weaponry during this time period. So we're gonna grab a lot of rifles, stuff like that, making our rifles a bit more cumbersome, stuff like that, more useful. Trading goods, we're not trading any goods. What do we need? Rubber for our trucks. I think that's what it is, our trucks. Yes, for our trucks, and for our planes as well, for like wheels and stuff like that. Alright. I find this game quite interesting. The fact that resources can be drained from certain areas, but they take a long time. But if I go into resources, where is resources? I think it's this one. Some resources can be drained, like say like your steel here can actually be drained, just by using it so much. Finish the 5-year plan. We should probably do that. Maybe infrastructure to the Ukraine, also not to the Ukraine, to the mountains region. We have no one training. Let's produce some infantry divisions. Let's produce a few of them. I think Yugoslav. I think that guy I was talking about might be good against the Japanese. I'm gonna grab you guys and all of you and all of you. Create an army. New theater. The forest. Let's actually speed up time while I do this. Oh, my computer's draining battery. Okay, I'll do this. I'll reconvene quickly. I'm just gonna grab my battery charger. I'll reconvene. Okay, I'm back, and let's get back into this. Let's unpause it again. Alright, so what we're going to do is researching stuff. We should probably start researching PU2s. And do we have any fighters needed to be researched? Just close air support. Close air support won't be a thing for me currently. What we're going to do is get synthetics. That would be really useful. And we do need to start focusing on our early development on our research. Something what we really do need to do. The Western Front. The Western area. I'm sorry, Poland, Romania area. Poland, Romanian. Let me just quickly how to spell Romania area. There we go. Poland and whoops. There we go. Checking my spaces. There we go. Alright. Basically the Poland and Romanian area. That's fine for now. And I'll make this another theater. make this the Finland region, the Finland sector. Finland sector. There we go. And I think things will happen soon. Middle sector. There we go. So we do have some divisions here, but I'm going to put them with make a division to make a army corps. Nope. Just these guys. Make an army. Here was I going to put you. He seems like he's not a good commander or anything like that, so I'm going to put you with having the boring job. You can just defend the border there. Alright, now we need to work on our military and our civilian factories. Now we need to figure out where we need to place our infrastructure and all that factories and stuff, because factories and stuff here is fine, like there's a lot of space, but saying this Germany might overrun those territories and those factories become theirs and they can use them. So I think we're putting all our military factories up north, like say like out here and stuff like that, and putting of some of us, like having a mixture of both, having some of our military factories out here, some down here, some down there, and some civilian factories spread around the place. So let me just do this. So Regal, if the game will allow me to place items, place them down, that'd be awesome. Alright, oh I didn't actually click on it. There we go. Game's a bit laggy because of its multiple states. So, there we go. There we go. Things are happening. Things are kicking off. I'm gonna help out Nationalist Spain. Nationalist Spain can rot. I've sent armies over there as the Soviet Union and died. So, and my troops were killed. But back to making factories. We can't make any synthetic factories just yet, because we're not, we don't have that ability yet. Let's put some I'm making sure that I have factories around Moscow and for that. Don't have to use them all up. We can make more factories a bit later on if we have to. So now docks, placing docks in the north because it seems like a good plan, and all the way over here. I think placing there wasn't really smart, but oh well. Alright, so let's make another plan, another 5-year plan. Let's work on the armament section of the whole military-wise. The Great Purge, must be a troops for your territory. Nope. They can sit there and they can die. I don't care. Where is... Why are they all defending one area? Like, why are they all there? That's totally bizarre. They all just decided to... There we go. They all just decided to go to one little area, and that's it. The whole front wasn't secured properly. There we go. I'm playing on speed 5 for most of the game. The game is quite... Speed 5 isn't like what it used to be. Speed 5 does sometimes, as you can tell, just suddenly stop in sometimes. So just be careful about that. So we do have 1.13 million of men, and we haven't got any of the purging events just yet, but we might get those a bit soon. I think we'll get that pretty later on, because I'm currently not fiddling around with that shit just yet. But we do need to work on our computers or radios. I think radios might be better currently, because our researching is quite fast for the ages. This episode is almost coming to an end, so it's kind of cool. This game is really good. I'm gonna do my I'm gonna do my impression. Basically, just do my impressions. Basically saying, do I like this or not? First thing is saying this, I do like this game. This game is quite fun. Are we on volunteers only? Yes, we are. We should probably be on this. Have more than just 1 million men. We need 2 million men. Technically, Russia had, I think, when Germany invaded, they had the amount of men who enlist skyrocketed. Men from even from the Far East wanted to enlist, or the forced to enlist. It was both actually. So what I'm going to do is guard the Baltic states over here. Then the video is coming to an end. It's been 20 minutes, or 23 to 24 minutes now, this episode. Next episode, it's going to be quite interesting. We're still in 36. Like I said, speed 5 in this game is a bit slower. It's similar to EU4, stuff like that. Similar, not the same. What I said on one of the videos, one of the live stream videos, someone went batshit crazy at me. It wasn't funny, it was kind of annoying. He didn't understand what I was talking about. Alright, we need to make a theater, but I'll do that. We should probably have a general first up. You. Generals and field marshals work similar. Generals can only command 24 units. A field marshal can command up to... I don't know the exact number. I know that they can command a very high number worth of units. So, yeah. Small countries, you might want to keep an eye on not field marshals, but just generals and having multiple theaters of war. That's something. But I really do like this game. I can't wait until mods come out. I already have mods currently on, as you can probably tell. If you play the game, the colorful bottom mod, and also the accurate swastika and like other stuff like accurate, other accurate flags. Like the Sweden flag is a bit off, so I got the accurate mod thing that basically allows me to have accurate flags that would be used if certain factions became into power. One flag they don't have accurate correctly is the Irish the common faction flag for the Irish, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of this game. This game is really awesome. Hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you want to see more of this, please let me know inside the comments below. And if you want to see my other Hearts of Iron gameplay, I do have a Hearts of Iron 3 series that unfortunately ended a couple of days ago, to simply just deleting the recordings. But this game was that game was pretty much just there to wait until Hearts of Iron 4 comes out, and Hearts of Iron 4 has come out. That's what I'm playing right now, and I really do quite enjoy this game. I don't know what's going to happen with the co-op gameplay, like co-op multiplayer thing with me and another friend and I. We don't know if that's going to go through or not, because he lives in America, I live in Australia, so it's a bit hard to have time stuff like that. But if it does happen, all good. If it doesn't, then oh well, we tried. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more of this, please let me know. Like I said, inside the comments. Europe is semi-hot. It's sizzling. The Rhineland's been affected, and the war in Spain has kicked off, with some spots are currently sizzling with fire. It's just mildly hot. It's not like 10% or 40%. It's 3%. 3% actually is quite high. And the Japanese war hasn't kicked off yet with the Chinese. So yeah, and we haven't done the Great Purge shit like that just yet. Great Purge can go to hell. But we do need to focus a lot on that as well. We do need to focus on the Great Purge, the NVK and FVK divisions, and all this type of stuff as well. Really get our nation back to full strength. Expand the Red Arm, expand the Red Fleet, stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be a long series, and also a very interesting series. I'm going to have a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please let me know if you want to see more of this. Like I say, inside the comments down below. And as always, ciao for now.